why you think we are partner, rival, competitor? This doesn't work, he mentioned, because he doesn't know how to respond to this.
Even the Chinese foreign minister is puzzled. you got to educate us, Volker. Enlighten.
Well, I'm not the right person to do that. I can only share a few thoughts with you. But Professor Fang, this is an enormously interesting question that you raised.
Yeah.
But let me begin with a little comment on what you said at the very beginning, the relationship between the US, China, and Europe. I mean, for us Europeans, it is so obvious, and it has become very obvious during the Donald Trump era, that we have very little leverage on China. And while the US still has leverage on China, the US achieved some successes with their requests they put to China, especially, of course, in the trade and economic sphere, things that we Europeans could not even dream of. So if we talk about the triangle, the position of the third corner of the triangle, which is us, the Europeans, is clearly that of the smaller partner, which then leads to all kinds of discussions on how we should behave. There is a temptation that maybe neutrality between the US and China would be the right path to go for Europe, or have an equidistance between the two partners. However, as both China and the US have enormous leverage on Europe, that kind of equidistance, that kind of third path strategy would, in my opinion, be a lose-lose option. There is no way that we can win in any way by withdrawing from that triangle. Now, if we want to remain part of that triangle, then we have to be clear, very clear for ourselves, how we understand our position in the world and towards China. And this three-compartment idea, which has been stated by Mr. Blinken, and which also has in different terms being stated by Mr. Borrell and by Ms. von der Leyen in Europe. But the idea is the same, words are different. You see, it's not only in China that we have different terms in Europe too, but the idea, of course, is the same. It's partner, it's competitor, and it's rival. And this in itself is, I think, is obvious, and it has always been the case. I mean, we have always been China's partner. China has been our partner. Let's, for example, look at cultural exchange. With Reform and Opening, we started cultural exchange. Students went to China. Students came from China to Europe. We are partners. And competitors, you have Geely and you have Volkswagen, and they're competing with each other. So that is a natural kind of thing. But the systemic rivalry notion, that is something new. And that is something that has been the case, obviously, in the Chinese mind a long time ago under Mao Zedong, but not so much in ours, because we thought, anyway, all countries in the world, being partners in the globalized world, will move towards similar systems. Now, I don't know. Of course, I can't say what the proper Chinese expression would be, but for me, the proper English expression would be rivals of system of governance, not just political system or economic. It's a system of governance. How